shine, Fana. The school of pride and promises to prepare teachers. Arise, arise, and shine.
Do you like speaking vernacular?
Oh, I like speaking vernacular.
Why?
Because it's my culture and it's this is my language.
I don't speak vernacular because I don't think it's the right way to communicate with people.
Hello, welcome to Tamale Girls Senior High School, the teacher home of future queens. I am here to introduce to you a canker in the school we have realized, which is rapid vernacular speaking. What is vernacular speaking? Does it really help? Has it got any effects, both on students, teachers, and the society at large? Well, let's find out from some of our teachers and our students.
The woman who sells rice in our school is dead.
I heard it was poison, which killed her.
But I said she died by itself.
Hey!
Hey! I'm serious, she died by itself.
By itself.
My sister,
This
it's
is
not
not
like
like
I'm talking my
English.
sister, wait, let me correct you. By
She died
itself.
by itself.
Hey, English is serious, oh my sister.
She died by itself.
By itself. We don't know how to speak. Oh.
Vernacular is, maybe say, speaking a native language outside the English formal language.
Vernacular is normally language of people. For instance, in Tamale here, vernacular here is the band. Somebody from Britain, vernacular is English. That's what vernacular means.
Thank you.
What I understand by vernacular is that speaking any language which is not officially accepted or which is outside the English language, that's what is meant by vernacular.
Have you heard the news on campus?
What news?
I learned that our colleagues complain of English being a difficult language. But sometimes I think this is true. But it is not as if we have options to choose English to speak or not.
Do you even know that you do not get admission to any tertiary institution or university when you don't have a pass in English language?
So it means that you can't get to university without a pass in English.
Oh yes!
But the trade is not exceeding 30% in the nationwide.
Is that so?
It sounds very well to everybody in the country.
You know, in this way, it is in two. Normally, in learners, in beginners, like those in nursery and let me say primary, that from primary 1 to 3. We encourage the use of L1, which is the local language. So when you want to proceed at that stage, it's not hard. It helps the students also learn certain things. So you have to assist the English language in the lower levels, but in the upper levels, it is not encouraging to use it.
So vernacular, in effect, it helps children or students to understand better. When a teacher is teaching you, you will struggle and say certain things in English, your understanding will still not be there. Then you mention the vernacular word. Then
Yeah, it do more harm to students because if you look at our academic side, now all the subjects we are English take part, even maths and all other subjects. And if you don't understand the language, the English, then we are already failing advanced because if you do not understand what they are trying to say, the question that they are setting, you didn't get the understanding, then you cannot answer the question, then we are already failing advanced. So that means if we are not able to speak English where we are able, fan of speaking the vernacular, then it will cause harm for us. So it's
Okay. Really, I don't think speaking of vernacular causes more harm than good. Because in a case that we put off all our local languages and go into English language, we see that we are living our culture and our traditions. So by so doing, most people will not be able to speak their local language, but rather English language. There are instances that there are some people that can't even speak their local language, if not only the English language. So I don't think this thing is really good. I don't think it's good. So
no, it doesn't really help because sometimes it's like it makes it very difficult to communicate with other people who cannot really speak the language you are speaking.
Yeah, you know, some instances, based on where you are teaching, a vernacular helps you to illustrate something, to explain based on where you are now. Assuming that, let me say that there are certain concepts, and let me say certain things you cannot find it difficult to explain. So you can use or find a suitable word for them, for that particular item. So you can use them. For instance, today, I asked some people, what is the name of a grass cutter? You understand? A grass cutter in their language. They didn't know. Except that one person was able to mention it. So when I say grass cutter, some were even thinking grass cutter. So I had to let somebody mention that particular thing in their language so that the rest of the class will understand. So that is the reason.
Okay, sometimes teachers do speak vernacular when teaching because there are some words that when you use some words in English, the students may not understand. So by breaking it down, they use vernacular so that everybody will understand.
Some teachers do this because as is our language, for us to understand, maybe express themselves, maybe through demonstrating something to the students, they have to speak it so that they will get more understanding about what the master is trying to say. You know, because of that, the student, if they speak the vernacular to them, they will understand in a way about what the master is saying, because that's our culture and that's our language. So that's why the masters some use the vernacular in teaching.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. You know, for stopping vernacular from school, it's not an activity. What happens during instructional time? You have to make sure that vernacular is not allowed, because it's not a good medium for communication in a normal formal class teaching. Because you have people coming from varied ethnic groups, or let me say from different languages, and also in the instructional time, it is not good. Outside that, you can communicate with them, but it's not in line.
Okay. Only thing I will do is that we caution the students. We tell them that, oh, when we are in school, you know, school is the English language. We are all from different places, and we can't all speak vernacular, because if this one is speaking vernacular, this one is speaking vernacular, you know, and the local language is not only one local language that we have different local languages. So if we do away with the local language when we are in the school, so that whenever we go to the house, we can speak the English language, I think that one will be more better. And also, I'll say that if students are encouraged to speak vernacular, by telling them that if they speak vernacular, if they speak English in school, that one will enhance their English language.
Maybe students who speak vernacular in school should be punished and then made to pay for the vernacular they spoke. In that case, they will not like to speak vernacular, but they won't like to punish.
Mas aku cuma gabra, você não sabe bom o orete bem. Mas aí você cuida de cá, com cheque de dexia. Ai, você sabe o hey ego, sabe o orete. O man, ai, caramba, chaca isso. Ai, you are ba.
Hey guys, what are you guys speaking? Is that the vernacular?
Is that one? You know that one is sweet for us.
It's sweet for you.
Yeah.
It's sweet for you people, eh?
Yeah.
Do you know that vernacular is not allowed in this school?
It's not allowed.
Kat Mimi. You don't know.
You will
then you pay. If you don't pay, then you weed. You weed. I say you weed. Then you weed. You weed. Follow me, you guys. Follow me. Follow me. You weed. You people follow me.
Louder. Never speak vernacular again. From here, go and don't speak vernacular again, please.
Don't never speak vernacular.
Please. It's because of the vernacular that we are reading. Please.
Hey, why?
My friend, better go and learn how to speak English. We are under punishment because of vernacular.
So that's why they punish. This is what kind of punishment.
Better go and learn how to speak vernacular. My friend.
Students really complain that lack of library facilities does not facilitate their learning of the English language, hence is speaking. A student would not like to make a mistake with the English language whilst communicating with the peers. He or she therefore tends to speak his or her local as an easy way of communication. I think a better library other than this one can help facilitate students' interest in English language and hence is speaking.
Me catch you, be jina o munja twi no munya twi ni de bia brofo ya ka brofo na bre ya ni brofo
Omo fan free so nko aden brofo na eduane na e ba bedi omo fan free so
omo ha ya di ni brofo omo
Yeah, so what everybody is trying to learn how to speak English language.
Chale, go are you?
You guys are yes, speaking vernacular. For what purpose? For what purpose?
No way to free him.
What's everyone? Can you
go are you every day?
Get a you here. Get a you.
You can't sell it anywhere.
Get a you. Get a you.
We are tired with that brofo. Go are you? We
are
you with brofo. Go are you?
The advice I have teachers who do not encourage English people. What I'm trying to tell you is because you see the English language is what we use to assess you at the end of your course. You understand? So speaking it also helps you to be able to communicate well in writing. So if they are encouraging the vernacular and then you certainly will have problems in writing skills. So I would advise that during the normal class teaching time, they should not encourage the use of vernacular.
Okay, I'll say that mostly, you see, the English language is not difficult, but we ourselves make it difficult.
So, my dear colleagues, you see, the problem is everybody's problem. Therefore, let's do something to help ourselves. If you are able to speak good English, you can go places. But with a local dialect that ends at the only borders of your hometown, cannot send you anywhere. To some people, it is a worry, but to others, they feel comfortable with it. Even a student who speak vernacular, I will not feel anything wrong with it. And some too doesn't even feel corrected at all because they had a very bad foundation. Since the teachers who taught them at their basic levels, local dialect, to teach them. So you see, it's not their fault.
Looking at the problem and its possible solutions, we came up with different things that will help us minimize it, such as the main library, the notice board, poetry reciters, drama, and many more. But the main aim of the organization is to minimize the regular speaking of vernacular in the school.
And we are really counting on you guys. Thank you.
Arise and shine, Pana. The school of pride and promises. Supreme Pana teachers, arise, arise and shine. Supreme Pana, Prince of the North, arise and shine. Long live Supreme Pana. Let's live to build Ghana with love, unity.